it is just wonderful to be able to speak with you. Of course, just a few weeks ago, you guys went out and confronted another individual there at the London School of Economics. So you are just doing more and more in this fight. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, Alex, this is, I think a slight confusion. This is WeAreChange Ireland.
Yeah, I was telling them to get, I guess, see my printout said WeAreChange Ireland, and I just thought that was a typo because it was WeAreChange England that confronted Peter Powers, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, it's a guess snafu here, and we will deal with that. But I'm going to recap and cover this story right now. See, I checked and was told that was just a typo. But you guys confronted Bill Clinton, and you've been confronting others, and I meant to get you guys on a few weeks ago. Why don't you tell folks about that?
Sick and tired of what's going on in Ireland, and we're the only country that can actually save the European sovereignty. We have a constitution that we have to defeat, so basically we're just trying to inspire people at the moment to come and join us, make their own groups, come out and stop the New World Order from putting the EU together. We have a constitutional referendum coming up here in May or June, and we're doing our very best to defeat that. We've confronted Bill Clinton, and also we confronted the head of the political wing of the IRA, Jerry Adams, and his party is Sinn Féin, and we were asking about British intel infiltrating the party, and basically was his number two a British agent, which Martin Ingram alleged to.
Please continue, sir.
So that's what we're doing at the moment. We have a lot of trouble in Ireland. We've basically came out of a tyranny with Britain back in the early 1920s. We still haven't got freedom. Now we're coming into more tyranny with an EU constitution that doesn't even have habeas corpus, Alex.
Well, you know, it's great to have you on because, and I was also going to ask the WeAreChange UK guys, but we got cross wires here about this. They denied there was going to be a European Union for 30 years as they were setting it up. Now everybody knows there is one. Some deny that even exists, and I'm not joking when I say that. Then that for 8 years they tried to force England and Ireland into it, though they've been resistant, so that really the entire UK. And now they go sign the Constitution. Gordon Brown won't do it in public. They say it's about a rights treaty, but when you read it, it puts the countries under the EU government's control, not their original nation's control. So as someone in Ireland, as someone in the Enchanted Isles, why don't you explain to people exactly what's happening here?
Well, what's happening is we are facing European police, European army, an EU constitution, and a federal government in Brussels. And this is what we're going through. Like, we're doing our best to fight against it. We have more cameras going up in Dublin. We have unlimited immigration. We have no borders. We have no currency. We have no national sovereignty. You know, we've been resisting the tyranny for over 800 years. And now we're coming into more tyranny. We're coming into a constitution that people don't even understand. And, you know, majority of Irish people won't even listen. And we are the only country, Alex, to stop this treaty, because we're the only country in Europe who has a referendum to actually stop this treaty from progressing any further. And what we're trying to do right now, tomorrow we have a street action in Dublin. We're meeting at the GPO on O'Connell Street at 1 p.m. and we're going to go out and we're going to hand out flyers and we're going to try to educate people and tell them about their rights, because people in Ireland do not even understand that they have constitutional rights, and they think that the foreign people in Brussels, they think that you're hearing the Irish Prime Minister, they think that these people can call the shots, and they can't. Because we, the people, we own this country. The same way the Americans, you own America, not George Bush, not the New World Order.
Absolutely. Well, this is a pleasant problem to have so many WeAreChange groups in the UK, that you guys are out confronting Clinton and many others, and then we get our wires crossed getting WeAreChange UK on. What did you think of their confrontation with Peter Power, the author of the 7/7 drills, matching the exact targets at the exact times, at the exact locations that were hit?
Hi, Alex. I'm Dave, and I thought it was very good. I think they're doing a lot of great action over in the UK, and I was looking at the video there of his confrontation, and he really didn't want to talk about it, and he looked very, very uncomfortable, as if these people are not used to being questioned at this level, and it's a whole new ball game for them. because, they're starting to realise now that they can't just go out in public and say what they want and just go along and people say what they want and nobody questions them and the media doesn't pick up on the lies. And so
well, that's what they're afraid of is the people taking action against them, getting out of just the internet and actually on the street, and everywhere they go, they are now being confronted. Everywhere, the head of MI5, the head of MI6 goes out to events to propagandize. They get confronted with information. Senator Graham goes out, he gets confronted. Giuliani goes out, he gets confronted. Clinton goes out, he gets confronted. I mean, everywhere, the people are now taking action. And now they're talking about in our country what they've done in your nation, criminalizing dissent, trying to tie us in with terrorists, saying we should have our freedom of speech restricted, checkpoints control. You've lived under the checkpoints of the military occupation in the name of fighting terror. It's now come out that 90+% of the terror in Ireland was staged by the British to be blamed on different groups to keep the military force there. Can you guys comment on that?
Well, basically, we have a lot of questions about Northern Ireland, and it's a very sensitive subject here in the South. But we live, Alex, this is how small our country is. I live 1 hour from the north, the border in the north of Ireland. And the other day we confronted Jerry Adams, and he is the head of Sinn Féin, which is the political wing of the IRA. And we asked him about British intelligence infiltrating Sinn Féin. And we asked about Martin McGuinness, his number 2, the head of state in the north of Ireland. He's sharing power with Ian Paisley. We asked him, was he a British agent, which Martin Ingram alleged to. Now, if you go back last year, we had Dennis Donaldson. He was the number 3 in Sinn Féin, and he turned out to be a British agent. And months after he actually stated that he was a British agent, he was assassinated. He was murdered in Donegal, just across the border in the Republic.